feel like a star, but only strictly where I'm famous. I'm in this for the longest haul, like we'll see where it takes us. I'm throwing back these double shots like whiskey here is weightless. Cause this career I chose was even riskier than Vegas, yo.
Oh, hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Colby Rebel Show. I am your host, Colby Rebel, where my goal tonight is to bring you a little bit closer to the other side. And I have a fantastic guest in the house with us tonight, and we will be doing mini readings. So if you want a chance at a mini reading, get in the call line now. 310-997-4966. 310-997-4966. I know it's been a couple weeks since we had some calls allowed on the show, so I know you have burning questions or want that connection. So please get in that call line and we will help you out. The callers are chosen at random. So a couple things coming up before we get started that I just want to bring to your attention. We have the next round of development circles coming in. So again, these are 4 weeks long, one time a week. We have the Beginner's Spirit Development Circle, and that's on Wednesday nights starting in May. And then, of course, we have the Advanced Circle also starting in May as well. So we have a lot for you to look forward to. But since we have 2 psychic mediums in the house, and we're going to do quick readings for you. And listen, I am just so grateful to have this special man in the studio with us to talk about his path, talk about his gifts, kind of coming out of the spiritual closet, as all of us like to say. And you know how he built this amazing following on TikTok, which to me is this beast I still cannot seem to wrap my head around. But he seems to have mastered it in a way of sharing philosophy and connection with people. And he has come all the way from Australia to say hello to us, to do readings. And again, I just want you to please put your hands together for Cael O'Donnell, everybody. So please. Hi there, Cael. How are you?
I am doing wonderful. Thank you, Colby. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, I am just so excited. You know, I have a fondness for Australia. I don't know if you know, I've been there a couple times on tour myself, and I love it. But I want to know your story. Where are you? How did you get started in all of this? I know you had a bit of a Christian background, but how did this begin for you?
Well, it's funny you say that. It did start in Christianity. I was kind of known as a prophet in Christianity, and they kind of share some of the same giftings as a psychic. And I've realized that wasn't the divine path for me. It wasn't the path that I felt was right from my soul. And so from there, I decided to change my path and realized that I still had those giftings given to me by Source. So I felt like, why not try them? And I started using them on TikTok, just giving people readings. I didn't have any following. I didn't really have anyone there. After I started to teach about religions and spirituality, and since then I started to teach about psychic abilities and then gave readings. And so that's really where I started, was on TikTok, and people started to really enjoy them. They liked to get the readings, and then from there, that's where I started my business as well.
I love it. That's so fantastic. And obviously you're on Instagram and Facebook, so you've really kind of gotten that word out there. So in a way, I guess you are a prophet, right? Just maybe in a different way than we thought. Yes. Yes. And you know, when you connect, you mentioned spirit source. How does it work for you, Cael? How does your connection work? How does spirit speak to you through you?
Well, the main way is through claircognizance. So I just have these impressions that I get into my mind about a person. So I'll know that your mum's in spirit, or I'll know that you started a new job 3 months ago. And it's just information provided to me from spirit, only a little snippet of a person's life so that I can deliver hope. So it's not secrets that, that are just all given to me on a platter. It's just little snippets that help me deliver the message of hope.
Oh, I love it. That's really fantastic. I love the way that sounds. And again, I'm really much about giving that hope as well, right? I think that that's why we're called to take this journey. So,
Yeah,
growing up for
definitely.
you, were there any difficulties with you growing up? A lot of times we say the mediums kind of have a struggle.
Yes.
Did you?
Yes, they do.
What's your
It's
struggle
interesting.
story? I want to hear your struggle story.
Well, my struggle story, I was actually adopted when I was a child. So I was raised in what you might call the ghetto. I didn't really have much. And so my family made a decision to put me and my sister up for adoption. And so we went into a white family. So we were raised very different to, I'm Indigenous Australian. So we were raised in a very different environment. And so I was kind of put away from my family and had to be raised by another family. And so my struggle in that was my identity, trying to find where I belong in this world. I felt like, am I Indigenous or am I
Mhm.
white? Am I, do I believe in this or do I believe in that? And so, yeah, it was more of an identity thing for me that was my struggle after adoption.
Yeah, I could imagine that was pretty difficult kind of finding your place, right? Where am I? Who am
Oh,
I?
yeah.
But again, I do feel like it leads to our gifts. Would you kind of also understand that it leads to the gifts or at least kind of opening them up?
Yes, definitely. I think it does actually, because as a kid, my mum would always say that I was always pretending as if I had an audience and always walking around with trying to find a stick, and that was my microphone, and I was trying to, talk to people. And she said, I knew. My adopted mother said, I knew you were going to be something where you would talk to the public or you would make kind of announcements to people because you were talking to the grass all the time. You were talking to the trees.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know. I was one of those kids that had imaginary friends, right? Like my mom would catch me talking to spirit. Did your mom ever catch you talking to spirit?
Yes, at night. Sometimes she would say, "You, when you're asleep, you're talking to people, and you get up and you go and talk to things in the room, and you never are scared. You just start talking to them." And I don't remember it, but she did tell me these stories when I was young.
Wow, that's it's so fun though, isn't it? So now where are you now in Australia? Are you near Sydney? Where is it that you're connected to?
Well, right in this current moment, I'm actually away from home. I'm out of town, but I'm actually based in regional Victoria, in the
Okay.
countryside in Mildura.
Oh wow, that's crazy, huh? Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, how about we take some callers on air? Would you like to do that?
Oh, absolutely. That's my
Okay.
favorite thing to do.
Okay, great. And one thing I want to know, so with this TikTok, right?
Oh, yeah.
You expanded from TikTok. Did you just like go live on TikTok and do readings and then people are like, "Hey, my goodness." I know you talked about the philosophy as well. I just want to know a little bit
Mhm.
about that path. How did you become comfortable with that?
Yeah, with the philosophy of
Yeah.
using TikTok live and things like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So for me, I started doing free readings. So because I only had maybe 40 viewers
Okay.
or 50 viewers, it was so easy to connect in with people individually. And I would pick someone because I would feel, someone's name. And for example, it's Angela. And I would say, Angela, there's a message from spirit coming forward. I think that your mum's in spirit, and it would be correct. But then it just started to, explode on TikTok. So now I have hundreds of viewers. And so it's hard to do individual one by one readings. So I do collective readings for people.
Okay.
And that works more for me now. But the philosophy, I think it's great because it's reaching now all different demographics. And
Right.
so that's the benefit. It's not just the young ones anymore, Colby. We
I know.
have different age groups now, isn't
I
it?
know it's pretty crazy and I love when you see the decades versus the decades too, right?
Yes, I love those.
So
Those are my favorite.
yeah. So, all right. Well, look, let's take some callers on air. Listen, you guys,
Mm.
you all know the rules, right? Let's no speakerphone, no ringing, dinging, blinging, no barking dogs, barking husbands, and meowing kitty cats, okay? Let's stay focused because especially we've got a distance here. Cael's calling internationally, so we want to keep that signal really strong and keep that call clear. Know your question for us, please. What is that specific question you would like for us to tune into? And if it's a spirit connection, who is that loved one you would like to hear from tonight? Okay, so let us do this. And I'm just going to call them at random. So here we go. 780. Hey, 780. This is Colby. Who is this?
Hi, this is Michelle. Thank you so much for taking my call.
Yeah, hi, Michelle. How you doing tonight?
I'm great, thanks. How are you guys doing?
We're doing well. We're doing well. What's your question for Cael tonight?
My question is, what's coming for love? Please and thank you.
All right, Cael, we got a love question here.
A love question. Look, Michelle, when you first got on the call, I just heard September. So Spirit's letting me know that between the third week of August to September, there's something happening there regarding your love life. And I actually do feel as though it's like you're running into something. So you know how you're going to the cafe and you accidentally bump into somebody? Spirit says that there's going to be an event that happens that you actually feel as though you just fall into this situation that I feel is happening in your love life. You've been ready. Spirit's letting you know, don't drop the bar, because actually Spirit's telling me that you felt, have I set my bar too high? Should I move it down a little bit? Spirit says, hold it there, because someone will reach that. That's the frequency you set. So hold on to September, because I think something's coming for you there.
Oh, how exciting, huh, Michelle?
Yes.
But I just feel like you are ready. I think Cael, I agree with Cael that you are ready. Also, I wonder if there's just something around physical body for you. Have you been like eating better? I see the physical body's changing as well, Michelle. Have you started to exercise or start to get that physical body a little different?
I'm trying to, but unfortunately everything's locked down here in Alberta, Canada. So I can't even go to the gym if I wanted to. Yeah,
I get it.
Take my dog out.
Okay, keep taking the dog out, because I agree with Cael. I think something is happening spontaneously. Like you're going to be out and then this just kind of hits you, right? So, and keep us posted for September. Does that sound good?
I will let you know. Actually, I have a major shutdown at work. So it's going to be very busy, and I'll actually be around people for sure. So that actually probably makes sense. Thank you so much.
Yay. Welcome. All right. Welcome. Have a great night.
You too.
Bye-bye. Gosh, Cael, I was like, what's happening in my love life?
Reading, we changed our reading to Colby now.
That's it. We're at the end. We'll save time and swap readings. How's that? We'll get colors in. Okay. How about 302?
Hi, me. Hi, this is Bonnie.
Hi, Bonnie. How are you?
I am fine. How are you?
Oh, good. What can we do for you tonight, honey?
I'm trying to connect to my soulmate.
Your husband.
He just passed away.
Your husband passed away. Okay. Okay, Cael. So we have a husband in spirit, honey. Do you want to start with that one?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
So I'm sorry, I missed your name. What was your name, sweetie?
Bonnie.
Bonnie.
Yes.
Hi, Bonnie. So, Bonnie, when I'm connecting you with your husband, I understand that he seems very, he seems like an independent spirit. And so he is a one that's, he flies on his own flag, which means he just sticks to himself in spirit. He doesn't want to, make too many friends and get interaction. He makes me feel like he's very close to you. Now, what's the connection to, there's a space in the house towards the back of the house that he really spends a lot of time with you. He makes me feel close to the back of the house where there's one of his belongings that he had perhaps when before he passed away, that he connects to the back of the house, and you may feel his spirit when you go towards the back of the house a lot more. Can you understand what he's showing me here, where he connects really to that back part of the house?
Something about the house. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time hearing.
Bonnie, is there a thing, so the husband, Cael saying there's something towards the back of the house. So either your husband liked to work at the back of the house, or there's a special room towards the back of the house. Can you understand why your husband would be showing towards the back of the house or even the backyard, maybe?
I don't. Probably the yard. I mean, I've been doing a lot of work at the house, and I just
You've been doing a lot of work. Okay,
Yeah.
you've been doing a lot of work at the house, so that's where that comes in. Okay, got it. Okay. And then would you also understand a suddenness to the passing, Bonnie? It feels to me that it's almost like the end felt a little quick for me.
Yeah, yes, it was.
Okay. And I know you've been together a long time. You mentioned that, he's your soulmate, and I understand it's been a really long time. But I think he's the rock of the relationship, or you always looked at him as the rock. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does. Yeah.
Okay. I know that you are strong, honey. He keeps telling me how strong you are and you can do this, okay? Cael, anything else you want to add to this?
He makes me feel as if he holds you he's holding you by your left side. He's holding on to you. And he makes me feel he sits and holds space for you in the silence rather than just words. He makes me feel like he can hold you in that silence, and he's there. You can feel his love there.
Yeah. And I know this hasn't been too long, right, Bonnie? This feels to me this is pretty recent. Is that correct?
Yeah, 2 months tomorrow.
Okay, honey. What I want you to do is, I want you to have more time and just know, why don't you call back in a couple more months when you've had a chance to really process the grief a bit more? Just because it's so hard when this man is your everything. I know he's your everything. You can smell him. You still have his things around the house. Do you know what I mean? And so I feel like he's letting you know he is with you. He is around you, but you're much stronger than you realize. Okay. So I know it's been really hard for you to feel strong, but he tells me you're a champ. You're small and mighty. So he's letting you know you are strong and mighty. Okay, honey?
Just to know that he's at peace, that's all.
Oh, he's at peace, sweetheart. Of course. Yes. Know that he is at peace. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. Lots of love to you, honey.
You.
You're welcome. Lots of love, sweetheart. You're welcome.
Thank you.
It's hard, Cael, when there's a recent passing, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, it definitely is. And it's so recent, too.
Yeah, that's the thing, is when it's recent and someone's so close, I just want to give her a little more time with that, too. It'd be a little easier for her. Let's do another one, shall we? Okay. How about, let's do 203. Hi, 203. This is Colby and Cael. Who is this?
This is Debbie.
Hi, Debbie. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. I'm going to mute you. Hang on. You have something else. Either someone else called in or you're watching the show live. So I need you to turn off the second source, okay? So I'm just going to give you a second. Whatever the second source is, go ahead and turn it off because we have feedback, okay? All right. Let's try.
Turn it off. Thank you.
Okay, you got it? Okay, good. What can we do for you tonight?
I actually lost my husband in 2020. I was wondering if there was a message.
Okay, got it. So we have another husband, Cael. We're calling. All the husbands are around us. So Cael, you start.
All the husbands are coming in.
That's it. You start.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you, and thank you for calling, Debbie. So Debbie, when I'm connecting in, all of a sudden, your husband just wanted to start talking about one of his favorite days. The day of the wedding is something that he has replayed in his mind since the passing. He makes me feel like that time was actually a very special time, even in your life, as a whole. At the time of the wedding, lots of things were happening for you. I felt like it was starting to soar off for you. And you've even reflected. He's telling me that even after he's passed, you've looked at photos or you have been thinking about that time in your life around the wedding. Can you understand why he's bringing that up today?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so he's sharing with you that he's wanting to bring back that time. He's letting me know he wants to bring back that time where you were feeling as though everything was okay in life and I was being held in life around the time of when we had our wedding. And he's making me feel there's been other stressors in your life. It's not just been the passing. There's been other stressors with interrelated relationships with other people as well that I feel have been on the rocks or have been walking on eggshells with people. Can you understand that? He's saying, I'm encouraging you through rebuilding these relationships as well. Can you understand that?
Yes, I understand that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So he says, I'm with you and I'm encouraging you that you can get through this, and you've been asking Spirit, show me how it gets better. And he's going to show you how it gets better for you.
Oh, I love that. I love that. And I feel like your husband, like when I kind of tune into him, he's a bit of a no holds bar kind of guy, isn't he? Like he just makes me feel like he's not going to take crap from anyone. Like he's got one eye just on someone at all times. You know what I mean? He's very skeptical. He's like a skeptical person, and we have to prove it to you.
That's so true. So true.
Yeah. So he keeps. So I think he's talking about this because you almost like you want to believe he's there, but you don't because you're not seeing the signs you think you need, right? And he's saying, "Listen,
absolutely.
I need you to believe. I need you to believe I'm here. I need you to know I'm here." He also shows me a gold cross. So do you understand either he had a gold cross or there's a connection to religion at all with him?
Mm-hmm. Well, we had a gold cross in our bedroom for years. Okay,
there you go. So again, he's showing that to let you know he's still in that bedroom, Mommy.
Okay.
Apparently, he was I'll tell you what. There's a lot of magic in that bedroom because he's definitely a lover behind closed doors. Like, I don't know if in public he's super affectionate, but I think behind closed doors, a very, very affectionate man. You understand that?
Right on point.
Yeah, so just know that he's with you. Cael, anything that you can say, how is he going to show her he's around her? Anything that she can look for, a sign or symbol, anything that comes to you at all with it?
I feel like you remember his sayings, and I feel like even in the funny moments, just like when you're getting ready in the mirror, I feel like he would walk past and he would just say little things, just like banter and poking fun at you. And I feel like when you're getting ready, just listen to those thoughts that come up into your mind of those sayings or those interactions that he had with you, because I feel like he still does this. Maybe you try to think that it's not him, but it's really him. Can you understand that? He's walking past and he says something about you as he's walking past the bathroom, that banter that he had with you.
So there you go. So just know it hasn't been that long, and I know it's very difficult to lose someone so close, but just keep having faith, he says, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Colby and Cael. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Lots of love to you, sweetheart. Bye-bye.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.
Okay, Cael, let us do another one. We've got some moms. All right, here we go. Here is 203. Hi, 203. This is Colby and Cael. Who is this?
Hi, this is Fernanda from Connecticut.
Hi there. I'm sorry, what's your name, honey? Can you speak a little louder for us? We're having a hard time hearing you.
Yes, this is Fernanda from Connecticut.
Okay, Fernanda. Hi, sweetheart. What can we do for you tonight?
Well, my boyfriend of 5 years broke up with me, and I've been feeling a little lost lately.
Okay.
And I'm trying to find a little guidance.
Okay. All right. Cael, I think this is right in your wheelhouse, isn't it? We've got relationship with... for 5 years, I mean, that's a long time to be with someone and then to kind of get to this point. But Cael, what do you see around relationship for her?
Yeah. Fernanda, Spirit's showing me that 2 years into the relationship, there was already, it got a little bit problematic, and I saw a knot that you guys worked out. And Spirit's telling me that where you are here, it's as if they have released you in a way. I feel like there are spirit guides around you that are actually showing you that you need some time to actually rest and heal rest is the most important word that Spirit's telling me, because I feel like your rest, even your sleep, has been out of whack, and it's kind of making everything exacerbated. Your emotions are exacerbated by the lack of rest or the inability to rest. So they want to allow you to rest and heal in this time before they bring someone more. It's only been a very short period of time. So I feel like this message from Spirit is that it's time to rest and heal, and to focus on prioritizing some things that perhaps you may have put on the back burner, and to bring them forward now in 2021 for you to start to work on at your own leisure.
Yeah. And I think this, I know this was a really difficult loss for you, Fernanda, because I really feel like you thought this was your one. You thought you guys were going to be married and have some babies. And I feel like in a way, it's like he started to reevaluate his life. Like I feel like it's almost like cold feet, right? You understand that, Fernanda? Where I feel like he started to say, hey, I don't know if I'm at the same place as you. I'm not sure I really want the same things as you. And I feel like that's what really created this. I have a feeling you're just going to have to be mindful, because I think he's coming back. I feel like he's going to reach back out, right? And so I really want you to think about what it is you want, because I feel like he really hurt you. And I kind of feel like that may happen again if you allow it. So just be mindful as to what it is you want, so that when it comes back in, you can make a choice as to whether or not you want to open that door again. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I feel like it's about staying strong. I think it's easy, 5 years to go, okay, I want to go back into this. But I kind of feel like Cael's right. Let's take some time by yourself. Let's heal from this. I feel like he really hurt you. And I think looking at someone who would hurt you in the way that he did, I feel like you have to really say, is that the kind of life partner I really want? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes, totally.
Okay.
Yes.
And I feel, I don't want to go into it live on air, but I feel like you deserve more than that. And I want you to believe that. Okay, sweetheart?
Okay. Thank you so much, Cael. Thank you so much, Colby.
You're welcome, honey. All right. Have a good night,
Welcome.
hon. Okay.
You too.
Bye-bye. Cael, nothing is worse. A broken heart's the worst, isn't it? Oh, it's just...
Oh, it is. You're grieving. You are even grieving in broken hearts, aren't you?
Yeah, just grieving the loss. But I really, we talk about our soulmates and our twin flames. I think we can have more than one soulmate. And I feel like, this got her to a certain point, but I kind of felt like there was someone different coming in if she allowed it. I don't know. What were you thinking there?
Yeah, I love how you said that. I did feel like he was coming back around. But like you said, sometimes it's for seasons and reasons.
Yes.
And so I felt like maybe it's time to see how I can be loved again. You can get love. You can be loved again.
Oh yeah.
And you can. Life is too short for mediocre love. I tell my clients.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely. I agree. I always say to people, I think people settle too much. You have an idea. We romanticize certain aspects of a relationship rather than the totality of, is this the best partner for me? Is this the best match? And I feel like when we can not settle, as you said, I do feel like that can bring us to that true twin flame that we are meant to be with, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
precisely.
All right, let's do another one here. Here we go. How about 302? Hey, 302. This is Colby and Cael. Who is this?
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Colby. Hi, Cael. This is Heather.
Hi, Heather. How
Hello.
are you tonight?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good. What can we do for you tonight? What's your question that we can answer?
Well, I'm kind of, I guess you would say, at a crossroads in life. I'm not sure what direction I want to go. What?
Okay, so anything
on that?
Where you're at and direction. Okay, got it. I have something too. Cael, what do you have for her?
Heather, thank you for calling. When I'm connecting in with you, you're welcome. when I'm connecting in with you, I feel like I've done a duty all my life, or I've done a duty, for example, I've mothered children or I've helped raise, and I see a nurturing heart that you have. Can you understand what Spirit's telling me here?
I'm having a hard time hearing you. I'm sorry.
Okay, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, he's saying that you basically spent a lot of your life nurturing someone else or nurturing kids. Like you really kind of, your time was dedicated to someone else. And now you're at a crossroads because there's just a change in that. Like where are you going with your energy and your focus? Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. Okay, perfect. All right, Cael, keep going.
Yeah. Yeah. And so what Spirit's letting me know is that there's a creative aspect to you that perhaps may have been put on the side. And they want to bring your bravery and your courage to take your hand to a creative ability that you don't need to rush into. And I think you overwhelm yourself, Spirit's telling me, to rush into it. They're saying take your time. Time is available to you to put your hand to work in a creative ability or a creative way, rather than or in a creative way. Does that make sense to you, Heather? In this coming part of your life, that's where they're telling me.
Okay, I caught all of it, but the last sentence there.
What does it make sense? Like this is kind of what you've been thinking about in your life.
I didn't catch the last sentence.
That's okay. Did you get the rest of it?
Yes,
like about
yes,
creativity. Does that make sense? About wanting this creativity and kind of this like new outlook, this new path for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Right. So I also feel like for you, really what I want to do, Heather, what they keep saying is rip the Band-Aid off. Honestly, rip the Band-Aid off. So I feel like you're moving, and I think it's a big move. I feel like there's a big change for you, but it's about you being bold and courageous to do it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like you've been really complacent with where you are, but I feel like there's a big moves coming in here. So does that make sense? Have you been thinking about a big move for yourself?
Well, I've been doing, like as far as the creative and higher self and, doing a lot of meditating and things lately and doing, heading in that direction.
Yeah. It's perfect. Cael's right on point with it, right? It's exact. When you listen back to this, you're going to see it's exactly what he was saying. I feel like this is a big move for you. It's rip the Band-Aid off, stop fighting Spirit, allow yourself to surrender. And I feel like that's going to then open the next doors for you. But there is this kind of holding back. You're almost like afraid to fully surrender. And it feels like rip the Band-Aid off, surrender, jump in, and you won't look back twice.
Okay.
Okay. All right. You're on the right path. You just have to trust it more, honey. Yeah. You're on the right path. Okay. It's just about surrendering and trusting it more, and not working from that fear space that kind of creeps up on you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Lots of love to you.
Much.
You're welcome.
Right,
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Cael, do you remember that? I remember that. I had a accounting job. I was a full-time tax accountant, nice, safe, secure, and Spirit was just calling. They give me goosebumps. You know how it is. You had the same calling where it's just in your soul pulling you. Did you have fear with that at all as you were, moving from? Okay.
I did. I had to go and see a psychic myself to push me over the edge to go and become a psychic, because I was very comfortable in my hospital job in psychology. You get the income and everything. But for me, Spirit had to work through a psychic to say, jump out and do what you need to do with Spirit.
It's tough, but it's like, once you do it, then you don't look back, right? And I think that's the message for Heather. Just don't look back. Let's do it, and let's not look back, right? So, all right, let us do another one. We'll get another couple in here. All right, here we go. How about 775? Hi, 775. This is Colby and Cael. Who is this?
Danielle.
Hi, Danielle. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good, good. What can we do for you tonight?
I wanted to see if I could get a connection with my aunt.
Your
She passed
aunt?
away in 2015.
Okay. Cael, it's a connection to her aunt, although that just even saying your aunt brought the biggest smile to my face. So, Cael, anything for her aunt?
Yes. So, Danielle, when she said that, I just started to feel like laughter was rising up in me. I feel like in the presence of your auntie, I'm never without a feeling as though she has a great sense of humor and she can make me laugh. And she's like the light at the party. Do you remember her like this?
Yes.
Yeah. She was the life at the party, and she makes me feel as though she is giving me this bundle of joy to you. And one of the things that she's letting me know is that she's so proud of you because since the passing, you endeavored in something, whether I don't know if you had a child after she passed. Did you have a child after she passed? Or you started to take a responsibility that she wants to say that she is proud of you after she passed?
Yeah, so I was pregnant with my second son when she passed away, and I've had 2 more kids since then.
Oh, right. So that's where she's saying she's so proud of you because you've taken on this responsibility, and it's been a little bit trickier. She's telling me when having the second kid there, having both of them there, she's letting me know, and she says that she's alongside you. She's helping you with the decisions that need to be made and just having patience and everything that I get this feeling that she's around very closer than you think.
Absolutely. And there's a sense too here where she gives me this feeling with you, Danielle, that the bond you have, it's almost like she was a mother to you, right? So even though she's an aunt, I definitely feel like that strong motherly bond with you. Do you understand that with her?
Yes.
And she gives me...
My parents weren't around, and she raised us.
Yeah.
From when I was 4 years old.
Yeah. And she gives me this sense too. You have a daughter as well, Danielle. Would that be correct? I know you mentioned kids, but I don't think you said the gender. Do we have a daughter for you? Would that be correct?
Yes, I have one daughter.
Okay.
Yes.
And then there's something about her name. Is there a middle name that you gave from the aunt to your daughter, or there's a similar name that's coming through the family here?
No, her middle name is Grace, kind of by the grace of God.
Okay. There's something with your aunt and her name, and I feel like that name is somewhere else in the family. Do you know that, or do you not know that? Or her middle name? There's something here. Can you try to think on that quickly, or no? If not, you could put it in the comments later.
Yeah, I'll have to think about that.
Okay. But she gives me this feeling where, you're a miracle baby. So apparently we have a miracle baby, but she gives me this feeling where there's lots of love from her around this child as well. And this child has spoken to her. So I feel like it's one of your children has spoken to your aunt. So do you know that, or have you seen that, where one of them's just doing some weird stuff in the house?
It's probably my youngest. We weren't planning him. It's kind of unexpected, but he definitely does do some weird things, like looking in and around and saying things. So I definitely feel that.
Yeah. So just know that and feel that. And I just feel like she comforts you. So it's just kind of comforting you, letting you know, just like Cael said, that she is around. But also do me a favor, just think of that name. There's a name that I see doubled up or passing through. So if you see that, just put that in the Facebook comments so we know how it connects later. Does that sound good to you?
Yes. I also have a quick question on that. So she was a smoker when I was a kid, and oftentimes when I'm walking around, I get the smell of smoke.
Yeah.
Is that her with me?
Of course, right, Cael? That's definitely.
Yeah. Definitely, yes.
So definitely know that, right? It's we could ask her to bring in a different smell, but you know her through the cigarette, so that's why she's giving that to you, okay?
Okay.
All right. Lots of love to you, honey.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. Cael, people do that, right? The spirit does give us the scent, the smell of things. Absolutely. And you're like, where did that smell come from? So absolutely they do that. Okay, let's bring in one more caller here. How about we will do 602. Hi, 602. This is Colby and Cael. Who is this?
This is Amy.
Hi, Amy. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
What can we do for you tonight?
I have a few questions. My life's in a bit of disarray. I've got a mom that's critically ill right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I was hoping that a close friend of mine who passed quite suddenly in New York would come through.
Okay,
to
so
give me some advice.
Okay, so what we could do is just we could bring in that friend and kind of do that quickly for you, if that's what you would like.
Okay.
Yes. Cael, are you ready for the friend? Do you feel a friend around her?
Yeah. Amy, absolutely. When I'm connecting in, I'm sitting, the spirit puts me in, what's the connection to the bakery or the place where it's a frequented place? They're showing me fresh bread or something, or they just make me feel there's a connection. Did you guys meet up in this special place? And it was a place that they put me in that you guys frequented and made it your own. Do you remember this place?
That there's a place where he would, I shouldn't say, Cael is saying there's a place where the two of you would go. Some place where it's like a place you both frequented, you and this friend, and something around fresh bread. So I don't know if it's an Italian joint.
Yeah, it could be.
Or if there's but do you understand that place that you would go to and you were just eating up the bread and eating out and having a good time? Okay.
Yes.
You remember that place?
He worked. Yes, he worked in an Italian. Yes,
he worked in an Italian
restaurant.
He worked in an Italian restaurant.
Oh.
So there we go.
He did. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's the fresh bread.
Yeah.
But when he comes in and he steps in, he makes me feel as his. You either you knew him for who he was, or you may have people could misjudge him, or they could miscategorize him, and the people that did know him fell in love with him because he has this charming nature. But other people, I felt like outsiders may not know him. I feel like people could miscategorize him easily. But do you understand how when you get into his life, you fall in love with him, and he can charm people when you're really deeply in his life? So
if you didn't hear that, basically,
wow,
you hear that? Yeah,
yes.
You got it. Okay.
I did. Okay, so the story is that we became friends because we both dated this guy who was a charmer, and he was the bartender at the restaurant. I went out with him I lived with him for 4 years, but she had dated him before. And then she and I bonded very closely after the relationship ended. So yeah, that makes tons of sense.
That's actually really funny, right? He's a little bit of a player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So
he's back in England now. Yeah.
Yeah. So just know, that they're around you, that it's okay, and just as quickly as we can with your mom, I really feel like it's just trusting. I don't think you're going to be able to control the situation. I know you want to make it perfect. I know you want to kind of be able to have a bit of control. I feel like your mom it's you're not going to be able to control it. That this is more about you surrendering and accepting to just kind of allow it to unfold naturally. Okay.
Okay.
I know that's hard for you. I know it's hard. I know you like control, but I know. Go ahead. What, Amy?
Yeah, no, she's at the point where she's into dementia and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm having to take over everything.
Yeah.
Which I'm not comfortable with, but I have to. So
yeah, it's just surrendering and allowing, but that's going to help you ease into it. Okay, hon?
Right.
So, all right.
Okay.
Lots of love to you. Okay.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're
Thank
welcome.
You.
All right.
You're welcome,
Bye-bye.
Amy.
All right, Cael, we are almost done. We've got 2 minutes, so I want something quick
time
for me.
Flies when you're having fun,
right? I want something quick for me, and then I'll give you something quick. We'll play psychic
beautiful.
swap.
We're gonna go with love.
Okay,
Because
let's do
you deeply were like, I want to try that out myself.
Okay.
It's beautiful. I feel like what's next is, or what Spirit's showing me regarding love is, I want to do more in terms of seeing places, and I want someone to come with me to see those places. And someone who has a lifestyle similar to mine where we can just fuse and then go and see. Because I see you with your photo, taking photos and wanting to capture moments. And Spirit wants to, I feel, fulfill that of travel after we can lift and finally travel again. But places that are not just the most frequented places. I feel like Spirit wants to find someone for you that you can go to these places that are, you know, experiences that tourists you don't often get, you know?
Very
and so
cool,
I
yeah.
feel like there's someone stepping forward and coming into your life very soon that wants to experience these things with you and see more of the world. And they have a lifestyle similar to yours, you know?
I love it.
Fuse well,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I love it. That sounds wonderful. Okay, what area do you want? Do you want love also, or what do you want? Career? What do you want?
Oh yeah, I would love. I'm in a relationship.
I
would
know
love
you
to
are
see-
in relationship. I wanted to go there. So listen, here's what I feel with your person. Your person is so good for you. Like it's almost though they are either more logical or more, like, I hate to use the word grounded, but I feel like they
Yes.
balance you a lot, right? So
They do.
yeah, but they don't clip your wings at all, right? I feel like, you know, I don't feel like this person, am I allowed to kind of say gender, or do you want me to stay gender neutral?
It's a man.
Okay, thank you. I just want to, but I feel like, you know, he doesn't clip your wings. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like he's but I also feel like he likes to throw you curveballs. I see that. Like, he almost likes to see you challenged a bit.
Oh yeah.
And he throws you these curveballs. So I feel like sometimes he's very committed. I'm going to tell you, I think sometimes he tries to play, likes to make you guess, or likes to make you, you know, not sure. But he's super, super, super committed. So I feel like you're at a place where I see this really going all the way. I really do. Like, I really feel like you two have this really deep bond. I feel like it's a very yin and yang. And I feel like I just see a beautiful ceremony. So, and I feel like it's a very interesting ceremony. It's almost like we have to talk out what this looks like. But I feel like it's non-traditional, but a blended ceremony. That's what I keep getting around it. Okay.
Wow. Colby, I need to let you know quickly that this was a conversation we had last night. He threw a curveball and we were challenging each other about science versus spirituality. And it was literally a conversation we had last night. So that totally makes sense.
But I feel like he's extremely open. I mean, he's more inquisitive. So he's asking you, but mostly because he's inquisitive. And he really, really respects your outlook. You know, he really respects you as a person and as a soul. And I really do feel like you're helping him level up, if we could say. So anyhow, and then one last thing, I'll just leave it because we got to go. I see you coming here. I feel like you're coming to the U.S. So I feel like you're going to be invited here to do something in the U.S. professionally. And I feel like you're going to love it. And I feel like you're going to feel that you're held with open arms here. I know you're held with open arms with me. But I feel like you're going to come here for work.
I love the U.S. It's my second family.
Yay. So anyhow, I want to thank you so much for coming on tonight, for sharing your beautiful gift and your messages, for being so open.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and again, everybody, they can follow you on TikTok for sure. Let's get you to 500K, right? Let's just do that. You're on Instagram. Where can they find you on Instagram and Facebook, Cael?
Yeah, so it's just I'm Cael O'Donnell, just for both Facebook and Instagram.
Easy breezy. Well, thank you so much. It's been an honor and a blessing to have you. We will have to have you back for sure. So you got to promise to come back. Great.
Oh, yes.
Well, thank you so much. Have a beautiful night. Thank you, everybody, for watching and listening.
Guys.
Yes. Bye, everybody.
Master teacher of the Lisa Williams International School of Spiritual Development and is the owner of the Colby Rebel Spirit Center in Los Angeles. Visit colbyrebel.com.